Caitlin.
And I'm Katie.
And welcome to another episode of Who Has Time for This, a podcast where we delve into complex topics through the lens of our own unique perspectives.
Yeah.
Today, Katie is going to take us through how to stay sane in a world that is going to shit.
Yeah. We thought it might be nice to do an episode that's just sort of ways to not, succumb to the hopelessness and just try to, keep control of your life in some ways.
Yeah.
Before we dive into my little list, this is actually the smallest outline I've ever made. And hopefully we can just yap about it and have fun.
Yeah.
That's why we're really comfy today.
We are really comfy. It's also, we're filming this, it's Memorial Day weekend, and it's a complete washout.
Yep.
It's raining. It's cold. Not really a great kickoff to summer, but that's why we're being comfy.
Yeah, comfy and cozy. We don't have shoes on.
No shoes.
Okay, so you might be like, why should I listen to you? And fair. But I'll just go really quickly. I am a therapist. I'm an art therapist and a counselor. So a lot of what I do is helping people find the ways that work for them to improve the quality of their lives and help people unlearn things that, their family history or society has taught them that are kind of ingrained in our minds. And just learning about how, the brain works and how to kind of use it to your advantage. I've been doing this for over a decade, and in the last 10 years it's been tough because a lot of my clients are going through things that they can't control, that I can't control. Deep breaths is not going to overthrow a fascist government. So you've got to find, or mindfulness is not going to take you out of poverty. Right. So we always have to be working towards systemic change, obviously. But also, there are small things we can do to actively try to make our own individual lives better for ourselves. So these are some of those things. Here's my first piece of advice. If you are thinking of using a life coach, don't. Go to a therapist instead. So why I say this is life coaching is much different than therapy. You might be talking about similar themes and things like that, and they might tackle similar topics and go about it in a similar way. But life coaches, they don't have to have training. They don't have to have qualifications. There's no ethics code they need to follow. There's no governing board that you can report them to if something goes wrong or that they have to be accountable to. A lot of life coaches are actually therapists who made some mistakes and lost their licensure and still wanted to make money. Plus, usually your insurance covers therapy in some form. So there's lots of things that I'm skeptical about with life coaches. Some people might say, oh, well, you're being elitist and this and this and that. And, sure, if that's what you feel, fine. But there's a reason for all the years of training. It's right. You've got to get a master's degree at least, and then you have thousands and thousands of hours. You have to do postgraduate school, and all these supervision hours you have to do, and you have to keep your credentials up and stay current with the research that's out there. You have to continue your education as long as you want to keep your qualifications. And yeah, if you're a bad boy or a bad girl, you get reported to the board and you lose your license. There's ethics you have to follow. Life coaching doesn't have that.
Yeah. And I have sort of, I just thought of this. Back in the day when I used to be a reporter/editor in Fairfield, Connecticut for Fairfield Patch, this woman that I knew, she was really cool, but I forgot what her real first career was, but she was like a high-powered person. But then she like wanted to take a step back from the corporate world, and she just like became a life coach. And it's like,
yeah,
okay.
And like, you know,
that's great, but she wasn't a therapist, she wasn't a psychiatrist or anything. She was like a business person, and so she knew how to start a life coaching business, and she was really like a nice, empathetic, caring woman. And I forgot why I had to interview her for something else in her other role, like her. And then, like, months later, she was like, I started a life coaching business. Do you want to come do a business feature about my life coaching business?
Yeah.
And it's just like...
And it's almost like, okay, so is she doing this because she has a business mindset about it?
Yeah.
Is it all about making money? Because that's what business is.
Totally.
Rather than helping. I'm sure she wants to help people.
Yeah. She was definitely genuine about helping people. And maybe
people
she
can be empathetic and they can help people, and that's great.
Yeah.
But you're not a therapist.
And for her, I think it was more like for me, it was different. Like, I was just doing like a sample session to write a story about it. I wasn't her clientele, though. Her clientele was more like other women like her, like high-powered business women who needed guidance.
And who have lots of money.
Yeah, and who have, exactly. So like, and so I feel like a lot of like, well, this is just me saying what I think. I don't have any stats to back this up. But especially in those areas of the country, I feel like a lot of life coaches are for those specific like niches, like for businessmen. Yeah. C-suite people, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And so,
Well, because usually they charge an arm and a leg.
And you can't charge insurance because you're not a medical professional.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a mental health professional. So, like, good for her. I don't know whatever happened to her since I stopped doing that job like a decade ago, but...
And the thing is, you could have a life coach and they could help you a lot, but they also could have a skewed view of things.
Right.
They could be teaching you things that are like antithetical to what you want, and they might not be realizing it because they don't know the evidence-based practices. Yeah. They don't know what the research is that's out there. They haven't gone through years and years and years of training.
Right, like, exactly.
So just something to think about to start us off is a don't do that advice.
Yeah. Especially if you're really, truly experiencing mental health concerns.
Yeah. Okay. Next little piece of advice. There's a lot of like don'ts in the beginning, but then we move on to the do's, so bear with us. Don't equate advice on social media to therapy.
Yeah.
A lot of creators will use therapy speak, but they'll use the words incorrectly. They are spreading misinformation this way. So, like, you might see videos that give advice, and you might find it useful, and that's great. But it's not replacing therapy. Like, the amount of times I see people talk about gaslighting and they don't know what it means, or people talking about their attachment style. Like, I did my graduate thesis on attachment styles. You don't know what your attachment style is.
Wait, can you give like 2 examples of attachment style? Because I'm sure I've seen this stuff on Instagram, so I'm just what is it? So I know.
What it is it's like how you are attached to like your caregivers when you were young. Okay. So like a secure attachment style is someone who has a really good relationship with their guardians, their parents, or whoever raised you, and usually that comes with less difficulties growing up.
This is a lot of what moms see on parenting Instagram and TikTok as well. It's the therapy speak coded as parenting advice. Yeah. That's a huge thing. And oh my god, I'm gonna get like enemies for this. But the whole gentle parenting thing is a whole grift. Oh no, did I say that out loud? Oh god. But I mean obviously obviously the like core of it and the ideal principles are not grift, but it's the like treating your children like they can make decisions. I'm just talking out my butt, everybody.
To, like,
so don't
to like
at me.
Unschooling.
Yeah. Yes. And
it's like I see the principles. Yeah. But I don't know.
And when I think there's certainly room for it in general with amid all parenting, but like a lot of the like memes and everything when it's meme-ified, it lacks all the context and nuance behind it. But like I saw a meme that I thought was so funny and I shared it, but the comments on it were brutal. But some mom blogger lady was like, it was like, wow, your kids are so well behaved. Thanks, we don't gentle parent. And then the people, all the gentle parents came running to be like, you're a horrible mom. And don't misrepresent gentle parenting. It's like, all right, yeah, she did misrepresent it. But it's also been memeified. It's also been memeified. It's been memeified. We all get it. It's just a joke, all right?
Yeah.
Everyone relax. But, like, attachment styles, sorry, isn't...
Yeah.
It's just, like...
Or, like, people talking about things that, like,
in the
don't
talk.
even really exist.
Yes.
Or, like, people talking about things like autism, saying, like... Or, like, saying, like, they're stimming or using things like that. And it's like, you don't have autism. You can... Like, you can still kind of need different sensory inputs. That's fine. Or like
another mom talk, mom TikTok, whatever, momgram, because it's like early signs your child might have autism. Do you know how many times I asked our pediatrician if she thought my kid had autism because of all this garbage I see on social media? She was like, no, babies just flail around sometimes. It's normal.
Or, like, people saying, like, oh, my gosh, my OCD, I have to do this. And it's like, no, it's OCD when it gets in the way of you living a fulfilling life.
Right. It has
you
to, like, mess
not
up
liking
your
germs
life.
does not make you have OCD.
Right, exactly.
Like, it's misinformation.
Everywhere.
It's
every niche. It's every content type. Right now, I'm being served lots of mom stuff because I have young children. But it's crept in through everything, and everyone thinks they're an expert. And they're all grifters.
And, like, here's the thing. Someone might give you a piece of advice that you're like, you know what, let me try it. And, it actually worked. And that's fantastic.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't mean that, you know, they really know what they're talking about in every sense of every issue.
Yeah. And just quickly, just in case we get blowback, I understand there's a difference between gentle parenting and permissive parenting. I know all the background, okay? But I can't help what happens when people put on social media. That's their problem.
A meme is meant to be funny. It's meant to be exaggerated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. Another piece of advice that is about therapy as well is don't use, like, a friend or a family member as, like, your quote-unquote your therapist or, like, free therapy. Well, not so much that, because I think, like, you know, confiding in your friends and family is great, and we should do that.
Yeah, that's just normal, in my opinion.
Yeah, but the people that are involved in your day-to-day life and your day-to-day issues, they cannot be a non-partial third person. They are also participating in the patterns that affect your mental health. Right. They can be an ear for you. They can give great advice. Like, God knows we are always confiding in each other. And
shout out Linda too.
Yeah. But it's not therapy. Therapy is when you have a non-partial third party who's not involved in all these issues and all these patterns that are throughout your life. Like, if Caitlin's complaining to me about something, like her husband or something, I'm like, oh yeah, we went to trivia last Wednesday, like, and I was hanging out with him. It's like, I can't be a non-partial person. Exactly. So still, you know, confide in people. That's your community. Yes. But it's not free therapy. They're not your therapist.
Right, exactly. After I had my first child, I was suggested by my doctor to go to therapy, and I still go, even though I'm not postpartum anymore, because it's just good to get a third-party observation about things that you don't quite know how to approach in life. Like, we did all the immediate battles of postpartum stuff, but now she's just like not just like a sounding board, but like a third party who doesn't know anybody and can give me advice.
And like someone,
or help me untangle things.
Yeah. Somebody who's not confined within those patterns can notice those patterns from outside. Yeah. And be like, have you ever noticed this?
Yeah. And I think it's helped. I personally think that, well, like, it's like when I think about, like, my parents' generation, grandparents or whatever, like, oh, you millennials and your therapy. But it's that when you know better, you do better things.
Yeah.
And if 1 hour a month, which is what I am doing at the moment, or 1 hour a week, or whatever you need, and it's covered by insurance, like, why not? And I feel like so many couples would benefit from it as well.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And just because we don't, like, we're not, like, born knowing how to communicate well. It's a talent if you do communicate well, but it's a skill that you have to build, and there's actual people who can tell you how to do it.
Sharp.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's where lots of problems come from, is not being able to communicate. So.
Yeah. All right, another piece of advice. Take breaks.
Yep.
Take breaks from social media. Take breaks from people. Take breaks from work, from productivity, from the news. Like, allow yourself sometimes to just be. Like, you don't have to be doing all the time. You don't have to be consuming all the time. Yeah. We're not meant to be doing that.
No, we
all
were not.
The time.
The human race was not built for 2 Donald Trump terms.
No.
Unfortunately.
And here's the thing. If you take a break from the news for a week, you will be able to catch up the following week. I promise. It'll all still be there for you to read and watch.
Yeah. Everything that still matters will.
And the thing, like, in social media will, like, they're just going to put out all the things that make your heart palpitate. And because that's what gets traction. That's what makes them money. That's what gets us looking at stuff. Yep. So I'm going to talk
about that a lot in my next specific episode. So you'll hear more about it. But I will also say quickly, if you have a lot of trouble breaking free of social media apps and news apps, like I struggle with a lot, there's this device called Brick, and it is this little brick that comes with, there's an app, so you get the brick, you put it somewhere that's, like, not easy to access. So for me, it's on it, and it's a magnet, but it's on the fridge in our basement.
Okay.
So it's on the back of the fridge in our basement, so I have to really work to go
It's on
get
the back of it?
Well, it's on not the back, the other side.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And you set up on your app your, like, schedule. So I only want to be able to go on social media from whatever time to whatever time every day, and turn it off all weekend or whatever. And so once you hit your time and it turns off, and if you want to go back on it, you have to physically take your phone and scan it into your brick. You have to go find it and do it. You get, like, 5 emergency unbricks if you really had to go on social media for whatever reason and you're not near your brick. But anyway, it's helped. Like, I don't go on at all on the week. Like, from Friday at 5 p.m. till Monday at 8 a.m. it is bricked. I don't go on any social media. Okay. I still have the news on my phone because that's the one thing I can't, like, break yet. Yeah. But it's just helped. And I have it turned off every night too. So I'm not, like, just scrolling mindlessly.
On TikTok or whatever.
So I highly recommend it. It's not expensive, and you know, there's always sales, Memorial Day sale, Black Friday sale, whatever you can get.
Yeah, if you have the money for it, it's worth it.
It's just if you find yourself, like, you, like, really have a hard time with willpower, sometimes you just need to take it out of your own hands, really.
Yeah. But also, like, take breaks from people sometimes if you can. Sometimes a little alone time can be very rejuvenating. I know this is not as easy. It's easier said than done. Take a break from work. Yeah. I mean, if you have vacation days, use them.
Yeah, you should, like, always. That's one lesson my mom always told me, because millennials don't like to take vacation days.
No,
this is
like a guilted.
This is like a very generational thing, and every meme you see about workplaces is millennials being like, oh, can I take one day off next year? And everyone who's like gonna at me about that, don't, because it's my experience. And
well, we've
but
been
my mom was always
to not
like,
take them.
yeah, and my mom is always like, it's in, like, that's part of your compensation. Yeah. It's your vacation days. Yeah, you take them. You have to take them, or you lose them. So it's like, all right.
And really important, take a break from productivity. Like, that's great that you're being productive all the time in your personal life, in your work life, in your family life. Stop for a minute.
Yeah.
Just breathe, just take a walk outside, just like...
Yep.
Productivity is like the highest it's been in living memory.
Yeah.
What are we getting out of it? Nothing much.
Not much till we get that 4-day work week.
Yeah. So take a chill pill sometimes.
Yeah.
It's okay. Your productivity is not tied to your worth as a person.
No.
Even though society wants you to think it is.
Especially our society.
Okay. Next piece of advice. Make sure that you socialize. I just told you to take a break from people, but make sure you have people. Doesn't have to be constant, because that can be too much, but like, I don't know, talk to some people at least every week. Yeah. Like, if it's online, that's okay. If you can see people in person, that can be even better. You know, getting that, like, in the same room contact with people. Humans are social people, like,
we're
creatures.
Supposed to be social.
And
that doesn't mean all the time.
Oriented, community-minded. We want to be around others. If you say you're an introvert, I think you need some breaks from socializing sometimes. We all do.
I think,
but you do still need people sometimes.
Yeah. I think introvert is more like, well, again, this is just me, my own observations, is like, introvert versus extrovert is how you get your energy. Not that doesn't mean like you hate people all the time, but like introverts, like, they need some me time, some downtime to like get their energy back. Whereas extroverts need people to get their energy. People feed their energy. Introverts are just like, I need to like just do my own thing and recharge.
Yeah, and like maybe going to a loud like party is not the way you want to socialize. Maybe you want to socialize by having a really close trusted friend come over and eat soup and watch a movie. Or
you go get coffee with somebody or whatever. Yeah, exactly. So different desired social landscapes and different ways of recharging.
But make sure you do see people who make you feel good.
Yes. And regularly schedule it. It's very easy for weeks to go by just because we're busy and things get crazy, but
all that productivity.
Yeah, all the productivity. And so you might find people in ways you don't think you're going to. Like, for example, like I have my core group of friends, like our core group of friends who are like the primary socialization that I have, but I've been doing lots more like civic engagement oriented work in my town, and which seems like it's like work, but it's actually become quite social, and I've like made new, not that I don't think they're my friends, but I wouldn't call them I don't know, it's weird. They're not my colleagues, but they're not my friends. Yeah. They are friends, but they're not my friends. I don't know.
It's like it's like something in between.
Yeah. And we'll go, like, sometimes after certain meetings, we'll go out and get a drink or whatever, and so there is still components of socialization to it. Yeah. That's like takes it from being just like a action to a hangout, like, you know, and it's fun. So
yeah, and like my job is socializing basically.
Yeah.
I've talked.
Oh yeah,
but,
like, my job too.
But like the one-on-one, it is socialization, but not really. But like I do, like we're running this group for special ed students at a library in a town that's like an hour away, and you know, like the new connection is the woman who runs the nonprofit who's like funding this group, and like making all these connections and socializing with people through my work. That happens, like, so that counts too. Like, all right, next piece of advice: engage in activities that have like a longer road to getting results. Things that aren't just immediate gratification. So when I think we've talked about this a little bit, when you're scrolling and you see like, all these videos that are designed to get you to feel something, to give, like, they're giving your brain that little dopamine burst over and over and over again.
Yep.
And the more often that happens, the less that burst sustains. So it doesn't hit as hard after a while. And it becomes harder for you to get that, like, good feeling. It's kind of like a drug.
Yeah.
The more you use, the more you need to use. So when you engage in things that aren't an immediate burst of dopamine, but like, I don't know, like making a painting. It feels good to be making it, but you might not get that really big dopamine hit until it's finished and you're looking at this beautiful finished product you made, and that, good feeling will sustain for so much longer because you've worked toward it and it's built up.
Yeah.
And you put effort into it. So literally, like, the chemicals will last you longer. If you love a TV show and, like, make fan art of it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Or like a little cross stitch with a line you like or something.
I like that idea.
It gives you that good feeling that, like, the passive activity of watching the TV show did, but it's this active thing, and it takes you longer than just sitting for 20 minutes and watching a show, and it's going to make you feel good for longer. And then you get to hang it up, and every time you see it, you get to be like, I made that. It's so cute. It reminds me of this show I love. Like,
I've been wanting to get cross-stitch, even if I'm doing it while I watch TV, you know what I mean? But
well, yeah, you can do anything while you do it.
Because I've been wanting to do more with my hands, but I'm like, I don't really want to, like, color or draw or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, it's just I don't want to.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, knitting is too hard. I've tried it. I'm not interested. No. Crocheting, too hard.
Crochet,
don't care.
I got one line, and then I got to the second line, and I was like, no.
Nope. But I think cross stitch, oh my god, all the quotes that I can put on a cross stitch.
Exactly.
This is
you
like
get to pick a fun
new
font.
Thing. Yeah. This might be my thing.
Yeah.
That I do. And my house is going to just have a million Lord of the Rings quotes everywhere.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That's actually a great group activity.
Over the door.
Everyone does a cross stitch and we all sit and chat.
Yeah.
That's going to be on the Red,
Stitch
Wine, and
Bitch.
Blue app soon. Stitch and Bitch. Okay. Write that down. Okay. No, we'll remember when we record. I mean, when we listen to this later.
Okay. Related. Next piece of advice.
Yes.
Engage in hobbies and activities that are enjoyable to you personally, not just others like you or your family, your friends.
Like my grandma loves knitting.
What do you like? Find what you like. Just because, like, your whole family loves soccer, maybe you hate it.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it. Find something you like. It's easier than it seems to get kind of caught up in trying to mold yourself into what everyone else wants to be. Instead, make yourself what you want to be. Fill your life with the things you want to do. It's going to be very freeing.
Yes. And I agree with that to the extent of making sure that you are happy and feeling fulfilled. But I will say, there's like a line where it's like, now you're just doing only what you want and never anything else that anybody else expects of you. So you have to be aware of that.
You have to, work with people and be community minded for sure.
Yeah.
But don't erase yourself.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Next piece of advice is to create. Journal, make art, dance, cross stitch, literally anything. It can be bad. Doesn't have to be good. Put it into the world anyway, even if it is bad. Expression is really powerful. It's completely unique to you. Like, nobody can do it the same way that you do. So create something for the world. Maybe like you're creating a community group. Maybe you're creating like maybe someday, like, you're creating a bill that you want to submit, like,
to Congress.
Yeah, you know? Like, who knows?
I don't know.
Create something.
Yeah.
Make something. You put something into the world.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just yours.
Yep.
Nobody can do it like you.
Okay.
All right. Next one. Don't be afraid to look silly. Don't be afraid to look like you care too much. It's okay to smile and laugh and be a little dumb, to be a little passionate. I don't know. We should all, like, be so lucky to have passions that make us look cringy. You know?
I feel very strongly about this. Being cringe means that you are a real person. So, and apparently cringe is making a comeback because, one of my favorite podcasts, Pantsuit Politics, one of the hosts, Beth, she has a daughter who's, I think, a freshman in high school, and apparently her daughter said to be cringe is to be free. So younger generations,
I've been hearing that.
The younger generations are embracing the millennial cringe.
Yep.
Certified by Leslie. Nope. That's when I think of, not that she's a millennial, the character specifically, but she colored so many millennials' lives and was peak culture when we were coming up in the world.
And, like, if you look at things, it is like effort is coming back, which is awesome.
Effort is coming back.
I don't know, if you look at, like, musicians, like Chappell Roan and, like, Kendrick Lamar, and, like they're not just trying to be out there looking cool. Like, they're trying to make good music and, like, be creative.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Absolutely.
So, be cringe, be passionate. Count yourself lucky to be passionate enough to be cringe.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Oh, yeah, this one. Next one. Find a way to present yourself physically that brings you joy. So the way we look can carry a lot of baggage.
Yeah.
But it can also, like, potentially unlock so much joy. Making a personal decision about your own appearance that you like can bring more confidence. And it can affect other areas of your life too. So, you know, when people care so much about their appearance that it becomes really shallow and selfish, that's not really what I'm talking about.
No.
That's kind of like, do you really want to look that way? Or maybe it's because society is telling you to look that way. When people make choices that make them feel good and make them feel unique and make them feel like themselves, that's what I'm talking about. So, like, I don't know, maybe you love wearing a giant hat or something that's, like, maybe not in fashion, but you feel really great. Like, wear it. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Anything that's, you know, for you.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
This is something I struggle with all the time because not that I don't like to wear makeup, but it's just like, I'm not going to do it every day. It's like for special occasions only. I don't care. And I'm not going to do my hair every day. This has been, like, a lot of people are like, I don't have time because I have work and I have kids and blah, blah. But no, this has been straight up from day one, the day I was born. Never cared, never put any effort in. Yeah. Unless it was like a wedding or prom or something. But I want to put in a little more effort because I've just decided, like, I'm at this point, I want to have, like, a specific look.
Oh, okay.
This is... And it'll make it easier to buy clothes. I never buy clothes. My husband and I just wear clothes so they have holes in them and then replace exactly those clothes, essentially. Our kids...
Get a new Old Navy tee.
Yes. Yeah. Our kids, pristine. Clothing, closets filled with clothes. That we don't buy them, their grandparents do. But, or we got them from someone giving away all of their baby clothes. But us, no, nothing. No new clothes in years. Except here and there.
Like,
but
you know, if you find, like, okay, this color palette looks good with my skin tone. This cut of, pant and shirt looks good on my body and this type of jacket. It's like bing, bang, boom, you've got a uniform.
Exactly. And
I feel good in.
I've just, like, I wear contacts and glasses, and I was just like, I don't want to wear contacts every day because they're expensive. I don't want to buy them all the time. So I have to be like, well, and if you understand this, if you are a glasses wearer, then you have to, like, know when you're going to work out because you can't wear your glasses that day, and blah, blah, blah. And so anyway, my whole point of this is that, and also I know exactly what length my hair needs to be the perfect length, but I just never get my hair trimmed or cut because right now it's just not on top of mind. But anyway, my point is I'm going to get new glasses that I can wear more day to day. Like, my glasses have always been an afterthought because I mostly wear contacts. But I'm like, no, the glasses have to be a fashion statement of their own.
Yeah.
So that I wear them more and like wearing them. And the hair needs to be the correct length, that it requires minimal effort, but also I don't have to put it in a ponytail all the time. So.
Yeah. Like, I'm liking this, like, shoulder length for me. I can put it in a ponytail when I need to, but I don't have to do anything to it.
And I'm just like, I decided you can't tell right now because I'm wearing, I don't even know what this is, some sort of athletic pullover and random leggings, but decided that my fashion is going to be LL Bean catalog.
Yeah.
New England rustic.
Absolutely. There we go. You can make your move.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm only going to get pieces that support that look.
Yeah.
And because that's what makes me happy and makes me feel like a person that is me. So
exactly. Like, when you were talking about glasses, I was thinking, like, our friend John has, like, he always gets, like, nice, like, statement-y glasses. Yeah. That, like, when you see them, you're like, are those new? Those, like, are really fun. And they, like, make a statement. And they, like, show you his personality.
I have
Shout out John.
I have like a prominent, I guess, jaw, you would say, so I can wear like big old glasses and like my face doesn't get lost.
Next one is get rid of unnecessary rules. So this is like, this kind of goes with a lot of these other things, like when I said do activities that you enjoy, or like find a way to present that makes you feel good. Like, or just like anything. We all have experiences with our family, with maybe like a spouse, with work, that sometimes teach us these patterns and that become rules. Yeah. When they really aren't necessary. Like, I have a friend who just recently got a divorce, and she's been unlearning a lot of rules that she built up when she was with her husband. Yep. To kind of fit into that mold. Shout out, you know who you are. And, like, so learning, like, you don't have to do laundry in this way. You can make a system that works for yourself. Yeah. Or, like with clothes, like, you don't have to wear this trend. You can wear what makes you feel good. Like, just try to notice, like, if there's things in your life that you feel like you're adhering to that, like, rigidly, that really don't need to be adhered to. Yeah, I have a lot of those. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to recognize. And I know where they're all from. They're all from certain matriarchs of certain sides of families. Yeah. But, and, like, that's something a therapist can help with, because it's really hard to see those patterns and those rules yourself, because you've been following them for so long. So somebody who's not in your life can be like, hey, I noticed this thing. And you'll be like, oh my god, I never even knew I was doing that. Yeah. Like, that one's tough, but it's, again, very freeing. Okay. Yeah. Next one. Be active somehow. Yeah. Exercise connects your body and your mind. And it can make you more aware of your physical health and your mental health, and how they affect each other, because they're very connected. It can improve your overall mindfulness. And when you build, like, mindfulness through physical activity, it can be easier to build it in other areas too. So, like, take yoga. Like, you're working on pairing your breath with your movement. So you're engaging your mind in doing that physical thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you're really connecting yourself to your body. So like something like when I have people who, like clients who self-harm,
mm-hmm.
I really stress the mind-body connection.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times that self-harming is like this release that you actually feel something.
Yeah.
And a lot of times their mind is really disconnected from the rest of their body. So connecting them, making you feel like one, it can do a lot in your life. So, you don't have to be running marathons. You don't have to be doing yoga. You can be doing whatever sort of physical activity feels good to you. You can be going for walks. You can be dancing. You can be, I don't know, playing.
Yeah.
What's a weird sport? I don't know.
Pickleball? I don't know.
Pickleball's all the rage.
Yeah, but it is weird. It is weird when you think about
it.
Yeah.
But just do something that connects your body and your mind and makes you mindful.
Yeah. I have a couple things to say about this.
Mm-hmm.
One, we equate exercise with the perpetual goal of like losing weight or wanting our
mm-hmm.
body to be a certain way or whatever. And I used to be much more like that in the way I approached exercise specifically, but I've just learned over time, especially now that my time is not as much my own as it was when I was
mm-hmm.
younger, but I have like a certain like test I have with myself. It is this: would I feel good going on a really long hike right now in my body? And if I don't, I have work to do, because my family is very much active in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, and we like to go on really strenuous hikes. That's just part of who we are. And I've done the strenuous hikes at my best peak physical performance, and I've done them at my worst physical performance. I mean, not performance, worst condition. And it just doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
and I know there's like seasons of life where my physical self is going to take a back seat to other things, but I just try to do what I can to keep it at least
that's like what
maintenance
feels good for you.
Yeah. And versus like peak performance level, like I'm not peak performance at the moment, but I'm working toward getting to that point. And it's kind of like how I feel like dieting is always forced upon us, and I've realized it's like, honestly, if you're just like eating in a common sense way, eating fruit, eating vegetables, not overeating, which I know is hard, you're probably fine. You don't have to count everything. You don't have to track everything. You don't, and so that's a lot of unlearning I've had to do.
Well, that was like one of the rules that I've had found myself following. Like, the rules that's maybe not necessary was like, I could only eat brown rice.
Right.
And I'm like,
what
about like everybody in like
China, in Asia, Japan? Japan is one of the blue, or certain parts of Japan is one of the blue zones, healthiest place in the entire world, and they eat a lot of rice, white rice, like, and they walk a lot.
Like, don't eat like cups and cups of it, but like having regular rice with my tofu is not.
We've been like conditioned as Americans in consumerism.
I don't
to
like
not
quinoa.
Be mindful.
I don't love it. I'd rather eat rice and vegetables. And
if you're mindful about what you eat, you just eat whatever. You know when you're full because you're being mindful about it. And yes, again, all
but like
people
that
have,
was like a rule.
That you had to unlearn.
Why? Brown rice takes so long to cook.
And I reckon,
it just doesn't taste as good as rice. Sorry.
Yeah, and I recognize like stress eating is a big thing. I do it all the time. People have actual legitimate struggles with their weight for many various reasons. Yeah. Some are mental, some are physical, some are inherited, whatever. I get it. I just think like there are these other places in the world that they don't adhere to strict rules, and they're like living to be 110, like those blue zones, and like, so if we can kind of like
it's not the rice that's killing us, it's like
American
like work ethic and lack of accessible healthcare and no walkable cities that's killing us.
Yep, exactly.
It's not the rice
and like lack of like community and isolationism and all that. Look up the Blue Zones documentary and watch it.
Yeah.
Secondly, about walking. So
Yeah.
walking, there's so much about walking. Like, I love walking, but I also love, like, hard, high intensity stuff. But
I think
some people are just like, ugh, Orange Theory, no, that's too much. And or running, it's too much. Walking is great. I'm not going to talk about all the scientific benefits. You can Google them, whatever.
Yeah.
And also, they're kind of common sense. But I have to say a specific thing. So right now, I'm reading The Stand by Stephen King.
Oh.
Walking is a huge part of this book. And there's lots of biblical references in this book because it's like an ultimate good and evil situation. And there's like, lots of biblical stuff. But biblically, walking is a huge thing. Jesus walking through the desert forever.
40 days.
40 days. And so a lot of the discussion about this is like the magic of walking and the spirituality of walking and the connectedness of walking and the mindfulness of walking. So like
the opposite
walking,
of the long walk.
Yes. And the walk, so walking is like, and in these blue zones, they walk everywhere. They don't go to the gym for an hour and then sit at their desks all day. They're just like walking to do everything. And that they
oh my gosh, whenever anyone talks about like what their dream car is, my dream car
is my feet.
And it's like a walkable city, is a robust public transportation system.
Yeah, right. Part of the reason my husband and I live where we do is because we're very, very we need a neighborhood with sidewalks that has like the key things: a pharmacy nearby / whatever, like a Walgreens, a couple restaurants, and a couple coffee shops. If we could just literally just walk to these key things.
Like I live in Connecticut. I live in the most walkable city.
Yeah,
but it's still technically a food desert.
Yeah,
there's no affordable grocery stores within this city downtown that you can walk to.
Yep. So
strike $1 million per U.S.
Walking is great.
It's
a perfectly good exercise.
And a perfectly good segue to the next piece of advice, which is go outside.
Yes.
It seems
and walk.
so silly, but it's true. I tell this to clients all the time, and I'm like, I know I sound like a cliche, but there's a reason that it's a cliche. Like, just literally being outside and breathing in some fresh air, it does a wonder on your mindset for the day.
Yep.
Like, in the mornings, like, if I go for a walk or a jog, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to. And then when I'm outside, I'm like, this is amazing, and I'm so glad I did this.
Yeah. Some stuff from when I had very small babies, newborns, crying, screaming all the time, a lot of the times the advice, like the published advice, and also a pediatrician will tell you, or a fellow mom friend, or people on Instagram will say, when it's like they're screaming and you don't, like there's nothing else, you've done everything at that point, go outside. And it works. Yeah. Just the change in the landscape, the soothing hums of the birds or whatever, barking dogs in the distance, it just changes the whole dynamic, and it will help. It helps. Helps everybody regulate their system. Yeah.
Okay. Here's another one that's a cliche. Drink some damn water.
Yeah. I'm terrible at this.
Do you have a headache? Drink water. Do you have muscle cramps? Drink water. Are you feeling unfocused or lethargic or not like yourself? Drink water. Before you go on to WebMD and diagnose yourself as like dying of a rare disease, drink a glass of damn water.
8
drink
glasses.
It all the time. Make it a habit. Just drink water.
I try to drink my 2 Stanleys a day.
Yeah.
And I usually drink maybe 1. It's really terrible.
It's
I'm very bad at it.
But I can tell, like, when I do not drink enough, I know.
And you don't need a Stanley.
I need a large... During the workday, I lose track of it sometimes.
You get a knockoff Stanley, whatever. I just happen to have one because I was given one. But...
Yeah, I got my thing from, like, Walmart. Yeah. I know Walmart's evil, but
I need a large vessel that is in my face at all times to remind me to drink my water. I cannot just drink 1 glass, wash it, drink it later. No, it has to be like a tank that is in my face at all times.
Yes.
And even then, I don't drink it.
And you know
I have
what?
to track. That's the one thing I do
Yeah.
have to track. That I will. That actually, did I do my 8 glasses of water today?
Yeah.
Probably not.
And you know, if you need to, like, put some lemon in it, or like maybe like dilute a little juice or something. But like, don't be drinking soda. That's like
Soda's
diet Coke.
Soda's evil.
Diet Coke is a diuretic. It's gonna make you pee. It's not gonna hydrate you.
I remember my uncle telling me that when I drove up to New Hampshire with him one year. I was like, I want to get soda when we stopped at wherever a road trip destination, just to get a snack or whatever. And he was like, no.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have kids, so he didn't care if he was brusque with me. He was just like, soda makes you more thirsty. And I was like, what? And then I like never drink soda. I mean, I do here and there, but that's all I needed to hear.
And alcohol also makes you dehydrated, so drink
coffee
more
too.
Water, coffee.
Solid diuretic.
Yep. But just like if you have a headache or if you're feeling off, you're feeling tired, just try drinking a glass of water. See if that helps first. Next one. Find a mindful practice to help you self-regulate. Kind of related to what I was talking about with physical activity. Like maybe it's some sort of daily ritual or a hobby that brings you joy or something meditative. Here, I'll talk about why first. Yeah. So when you, like, try to find a self-regulating activity, like a mindful activity, it's something that helps you to pay attention to how your emotions feel in your body. Sometimes you might have to sit with some uncomfortability, but you can't grow if you're not uncomfortable. Yeah. And having, even if it's, just a ritual, maybe it's, a skincare routine. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe in the morning you, have a little mantra you say to yourself. It can be, a small couple of minutes thing. Or maybe it's when you go to your Orange Theory. Maybe it's when you're cooking dinner. Something that, it's this is my mindful time.
Yeah, a little ritual.
How am I feeling in my body? Let's identify, are things feeling uncomfortable? Are things feeling off? Am I feeling really aligned today? Just have a little self-regulating activity that you can do when you need to. This next one's a tough one. The next thing is be realistic with your expectations for yourself. A lot of times we're in our society, we're so overworked, we're stretched so thin. So if you can lessen that for yourself, do it. I found myself being over the weekend, I'm gonna do these things at the house, and then I want to go for that jog. And then I want to go and see my parents, and then my friends are going to the brewery, and all of these things, and I'm eventually then I'm no, something's got to go. Yeah. And it's so it's hard because you want to do all these things, but you got to be realistic about what you can do. Yep.
I struggled with this hard because I am always I have time and I can do everything. Yeah. And then this was part of my existential crisis of having my first child, was realizing you can't do everything. Yeah. And I pushed hard back against that to my detriment. But then I learned, I was this is just life. You can't do everything. And when I finally learned that, I was much happier.
Yeah. And it's you got to make sure too, when you choose to cut something out, it's not just the thing, if you don't want to let anyone else down, so you cut out the I'm gonna vacuum or I'm gonna go for a walk. Those things are still important. Yeah. And I guarantee your friends and your family would rather you say, I'm really sorry I can't make it, than say, I'll make it, and then at the very last minute or stand them up, you know? Mm-hmm. All right, I mean, related to this, don't say yes to everything.
Yeah, right.
I don't know, we're conditioned to think that if we're not productive 24/7 and available 24/7, then like we're not worthy. Mm-hmm. Or like if we don't say yes to everything, we're being selfish. But think about when you're on a plane. They tell you to put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you put it on another person. Yeah. So like you've got to take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. You can't do everything. So sometimes you have to say no, and saying no is like a muscle you have to exercise. Yep. It's hard, and it takes practice, just like any other skill. So everybody, try to say no to something this week. Yeah. All right. Related to this is to practice implementing boundaries. Mm-hmm. And no is a boundary. Yep. Also, so when you put in boundaries, pay attention to the reactions of other people when you do. Because someone who's like a good friend or, you know, someone who's really valuable in your life, they're going to respect your boundaries. Mm-hmm. And they'll be okay with them usually. Or if they don't understand, there'll be someone that you can talk to and communicate about them. If somebody is not respecting your boundaries, maybe you need to step away from them a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's good for yourself, and it's good for evaluating your relationships. Yep. Just something to think about. And in the spirit of boundaries, we are going to end this episode here. Yes. So that we can do one more short-ish, I don't know if it's short anymore, episode with the rest of the advice on how to stay sane in this crazy world. These pieces of advice were more just like general upkeep. These would be, you know, things that are good advice whether the world was burning or whether it was fine. Yeah. You know, people are always going to be people. People are always going to be peeping. Yep. But in the next episode, I think we're going to get into a little more of how we deal with things when the world's not okay. Yeah, more specifically. Yeah. So, with that, Caitlin, what are you making time for this week?
Great question. Not been good at this lately because there's lots of so sometimes I have to prioritize things because the world is on fire. Yeah. And this is one of those weeks when I'm doing that. So I'm just there's been lots of civic engagement deadlines, such as conventions that I've been a part of, and they're all very important, and I can't miss them. So you're making time for them. I'm making time for them. Right, exactly. But I will make up my own time the next week. Yeah. So that's a lesson sometimes, too. Sometimes you just have to plow through, and then know once you're done, things will slow down a little bit. So. So that's that. Yeah. I have been making time for, when we were talking about being active and stuff, I have been making time to heal the plantar fasciitis in my stupid left foot. And I have a bone spur too. Ooh, so I haven't been able to like jog. I just got a membership to a rock climbing gym and I can't rock climb right now. So I've been making time for like a lot of restorative yoga and stuff like that to help try to heal my dang foot. Yeah, well sometimes you have to do that. Yep. But, you know, sometimes you have to make time for things to get back to your baseline. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And with that, we will see you next time. Peace out.